Welcome to Goshen Prepping. Thank you for joining us. How is the weather in your neighborhood? It's been hot here in Michigan, the land of fresh water, and it's been so dry, exceedingly hot and dry, and we've been doing everything we can to keep our garden going and our animals and everything else. How about you? I know there's actually been flooding and heavy rains in other areas, but overall, we are seeing some pretty crazy weather right now. And instead of jumping into a specific article just yet anyway, I want to show you the news about record temperatures. It's all over the news, how we're hitting record highs that have topped all others in recorded history. So of course, people are screaming, climate change, climate change. And I'm actually not arguing there isn't climate change taking place. I'm simply just arguing there's no evidence that mankind even caused this, even if there is climate change. We need to have some very unbiased science to be able to figure this out for us, not simply making all these rash changes by getting rid of car engines and going to electric everything, getting away from having coal-fired plants to wind and solar. I like wind and solar, but it's not always feasible as far as the amount of energy needs and demands that we have for mankind. Okay, back to the weather. They just announced that another El Nino is officially here and may cause temperature spikes and major weather events, scientists warn. For the first time in 7 years, El Nino is back. It has developed in the tropical Pacific, prompting experts to urge that preparation for extreme weather events will be necessary to protect lives and safeguard livelihoods. And even though I'm skeptical when it comes to a lot of scientific explanations or they theorize certain things, I'm skeptical. I always try to take a step back and understand that often scientists are biased for whatever agenda they want to push. So I think I like to have multiple sources. But when it comes to El Nino, I find that often it is quite sound science. And I see things happening right now that corroborates that. Somewhat recently, I was in Nevada, and it was exceedingly hot. I mean, compared to Michigan, obviously, it's amazing. But I was talking to an Uber driver, and he was saying that, yeah, it's actually going up. It's the hottest temperatures they've ever had. And they expect that temperatures going up to over in the 120s there over the next few years, possibly even to the 130s. We're seeing record temperatures like in Texas as well. We see temperatures increasing everywhere. And when you see record temperatures, we see also droughts. What do we do for preparedness? Obviously, continue to prep with food. That's all you can do. Keep going with this. Prep with water. Have some kind of alternate sources. Even here in Michigan, we have our well. But I was concerned if some of the wells are drying up, which does happen. We seem to be heading into an event where temperatures are getting very hot. And so I say to you as preppers, stay light on your feet, metaphorically speaking. Be adaptable. Get ready to be able to make any changes you need to, because unfortunately, and I hate to say this, I think over the next few years, we're going to see a lot more crop failures, a lot more droughts, a lot more shortages on our shelves as far as food goes. And this is something, again, we need to prepare for. How are you preparing for this? Do you believe all this is happening? I know it's a hard thing even saying that. Do you think this is happening? Are you making preparations? Are you stockpiling food? Put it in the comments below. I'd love to see what you're doing about this. Or maybe you don't believe it at all. I'd like to hear that too. Thanks for watching.